Veteran Salute, sponsored by Devon James Injury Lawyers.
It's time for our weekly segment, Veteran Salute. It's our chance to honor heroes in the area and thank them for their service. Tonight, 27 News reporter Matthew Johnstone introduces us to Vietnam veteran Dennis Paul.
Dennis served in the 1st C Company, 1st Med Battalion Ambulance Brigade. He still remembers the first piece of advice he received from a sergeant when he arrived in Asia.
Don't stop. He said, when you're on that road, don't stop. Somebody gets sick in the back, somebody's this, flat tire. He said, don't stop. Because it was all few little hamlets, but it was all basically jungle.
In Vietnam, Dennis helped transport critically injured soldiers. Another important duty of his position was heading into the field as a stretcher bearer.
It wasn't nice. We'd have to unload the helicopters. They came in big groups. They'd get as many of these banged up and bruised and wounded and stuff on the choppers, and then they bring them in, and we'd get them on, get them off the chopper and lift them out of there.
During his time in Vietnam, he remembers helping as many injured soldiers as possible.
And we didn't even think about it. It was just in us to do the job, get it done. We had to get those guys out so that chopper could get back and get more of them. And you know, in some of our operations, we had hundreds of casualties, and I don't know how many KIAs.
Even through the tough scenarios Dennis and his crew were in, they never lost sight of how integral their position was.
When we were out in the field, those choppers just came in a dozen at a time, one after another, and we could hardly keep up with it. And you were just so, you didn't think about anything. Your job was to get those poor guys messed up into where they could get help.
Today, Dennis is enjoying retirement in Emporia. He continued to serve his community after returning to the state, teaching middle school art for 30 years and working as a school bus driver for 12. Working for you, Matthew Johnstone, 27 News.
All right, thanks, Matthew. And we're highlighting veterans in our community every week, just like Dennis. If you'd like to nominate someone for our Veteran Salute segment, go to KSNT.com and click on this story for more. Plus, every time we do this, the honored veteran receives a gift. Take a look.
The Devon James Injury Lawyers here with our Veteran of the Week and that specialist E4 Dennis Paul, who proudly served our country during Vietnam. On behalf of all of Kansas, thank you so much for your service, and we're excited to present to you this check for $500.
Thank you very much. There's so many veterans groups, I'm not quite sure where I'm going to distribute it all. Thank you.
Thanks for your service.